We both know why you're here. You haven't filed your taxes and TikTok is getting banned, so I need to expand my reach. If you don't know me, I'm Anayka. Influencer by day, singer by night, sexy all the time. Thanks. Okay. I'm kidding. I don't know about y'all, and I don't know if it's the astrology girls that are right, if it's science, whatever, the Mercury is in retrograde and the planets is reversed, whatever it is. This past month has been beating me like Hulk Hogan, bro. Like actually sinister stuff going on. And today I'm going to tell you about one of those things. Me totaling my only 1-year-old car. I finally built up the mental strength to be able to sit here and make this video. So you're gonna sit here and watch it because I'm asking you nicely, please. Now I need y'all to understand, I have influencer brain rot. I have been doing social media for like the past 4 years and everything to me is content, so much so that I vlogged me totaling my car. Obviously I wasn't holding my phone when it totaled, but I vlogged the experience afterwards because I'm like, girl, if anything, we're gonna get some memories out of today, you know? I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and you already know how cars and insurance go down in Brooklyn, New York. The first vehicle I ever got was a hoopty, bro. It literally cost me $3,500. It was a 2009 Infiniti, and that was the car that I wanted. I wanted to get a hoopty at first because I'm not the type of person, it don't matter how much money I got. If I don't got the experience, I'm not about to go invest in mad money just to ruin a new car. So I had gotten a hoopty from my brother and I was driving that around. She was dead within 6 months. And that was a lesson within itself, you know, to be honest with you. But I learned a lot from that first car. And once that car was done and I got that experience, I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready for a brand new state-of-the-art vehicle. And that's when I got my Nissan Altima. Now let's talk about Lilaki. Lilaki was the name of my Nissan Altima 2023 gray sky pearl gorgeous vehicle that I bought myself. I bought my car December 2023. Today is currently April 27th, 2024. And I totaled my car on, hold on, let's get the date, hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on. One moment. Oh! I totaled my car on March 23rd, 2024. Now let me tell you, she was state of the art. First of all, I'm somebody who, not even to be a pick-me or like, you know, one of those girls, but I like when my stuff is different. You know what I mean? Like, I have like an individuality complex. Like, even when I was in college, I used to get annoyed when people would be like, oh, what's your major? And I'll be like, oh, psychology. And they're like, oh my God, I'm psych too. Why do you want to get the same degree as me? Why do you want to be in the same field as me? Like literally mentally insane. So I really love that my car was such a unique color. Now Nissan classifies the color as gray sky pearl, but in person the car was lilac. It was like a pretty light grayish blue purple. Beautiful. People used to ask me all the time, oh my God, little old white man, oh, they love that car.
Is that your car? What color is that? My daughter would love that
car. Like, she was a showstopper. She was breathtaking. She was beautiful. And she was mine. And let me tell you, you don't know a good thing until it's gone. Now, my boyfriend, he used to work in the like car financing industry or whatever. He worked at a Nissan. And luckily enough, when I was buying the car, he was still cool with all the people he worked with. So they gave me an incredible deal on this car, an incredible deal on the insurance. Every single thing on this car was insured and it was the lowest it could be. Now please mama, it was still a lot of money. With insurance and the car note, every month I paid like $1,000. That was all together just because, come on, you know, New York insurance be too much. But anyways, another reason why I was happy and fine to get a brand new car was because I was moving. I grew up in the hood. I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn, and you could just go ahead and Google what be going on around there. I knew I was moving out the hood, so I'm like, oh my God, the car will be safe and I won't have to worry about it getting scratched up and keyed up and all types of stuff and bumps and scrapes from people doing nonsense on the block, right? So I'm moving away. Because I moved away, I still do a lot of my work in this insane Manhattan, Brooklyn area, whatever, so I travel a lot in between where I live now and where I used to live. And I traveled with that same Nissan Altima. I travel 4 hours going and coming to go back home and to come back to where I live now. And also, I'm not telling where I live just because I'm mysterious. Damn, can I keep a little secret to myself? Not everything is for the internet. Anyways, this was a regular day like any other day. I am headed back home because I'm like, oh, I have to do a photo shoot. I was going to do a photo shoot. Mind you, this girl hit me up. She was so nice, and she was like, she even offered me like a little travel stipend, and she just wanted to do a photo shoot with me and a couple of other girls like with Afrocentric features. Like that was the whole premise of the photo shoot. And I was also going to hang out with my friend who I haven't seen in a minute, and I was also going to an influencer event. So I had a couple of things to do. Mind you, she was not feeling it. She was not feeling it. Like sometimes I don't be right in the brain, and I just don't have the willpower to do anything. And I did not want to do that drive at that time, but like I'm like, yo, I gotta go. I'm somebody who keep their word, so I don't even like to like be like, oh, I'm gonna come and then not show up. So I'm like, all right, let me get to going. Now, another fault that I have, I am not a weather checker. Like, to be honest, all I need to know is what's the season, and that's really, and honestly, the season don't even matter because, babe, I'm gonna put on whatever and I'm gonna just suffer the consequences regardless. Like, you're not gonna stop me from being a baddie. Snow, please. Right, so I don't even really check the weather app like that, and I'll just see what the weather is when I step outside. I come outside and it's raining. I'm like, all right, okay, cute. Just a little, it was like light. It was like little drizzles, whatever, nothing serious. I drive in the rain all the time. It's not that deep. I get in my car, I start the little drive. Everything's going cute. I'm chilling. I turn on my little podcast because one thing, me and Stephanie Sue, we're like this on a long drive. Listen to my podcast, listen to my little music or whatever. And as I'm driving, I'm about an hour and a half in. It starts torrential downpouring. Like, I'm talking like it wasn't even raindrops. It was giving buckets of water just pouring straight from the sky. Like, it was giving Niagara Falls. Like, it was so bad. And I've been in that scenario once before, and I literally took like a little video because I'm like, yo, bro, if I die, people need to know how. It literally will rain so hard your windshields can't even clear up the rain. And all of the rain is like ricocheting off the concrete and off of all the other cars around you that there's so much backsplash you cannot see ahead of you, you know? And that's dumb scary. So everybody is driving type slow. Mind you, I have driven in this kind of rain before, and so I was alert, but I wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay, I gotta do what I gotta do, and I just gotta be careful. Now, here is where I'm gonna blame my boyfriend, because my car hydroplanes. I never knew what this word was up until literally this year. Hydroplaning is basically when your wheel skids across. It can't get any traction on the floor and it just skids across water. Your wheels lose traction and your car is just like going however, right? But my boyfriend had told me that my car does that. My car was a front wheel drive. So only the two wheels in the front will move independently, right? Versus an all-wheel drive car, all of the wheels move independently, right? I have a front wheel drive car, and my boyfriend, he would tell me that, oh, I don't want you to get scared whenever you hear this, because you'll drive, and whenever you're driving in the rain, they always say to stay away from the furthest lane, the left lane or even the right lane, because that's where puddles collect. Mind you, my boyfriend told me that. He also told me my car hydroplanes, and when it hydroplaned, what he showed me and explained to me, when you drive in, you will hear it skid. Like, you'll be like, zzz. It'll sound like that. It sounds crazy. Like, it'll literally be like, zzz. and then your wheel will get traction and it's fine. So now I'm used to this. I'm not extremely alarmed. My car had did that a few times during the drive, but again, I'm like, okay, this is normal. I know I'm not speeding. I know I'm not doing anything dangerous. I'm just taking my time and I'm chilling. At this point, I'm 2 hours away from my house and 2 hours away from the destination of where I'm supposed to be. I'm on the highway. And all of the cars, including myself, are driving fairly slow, and somebody is like going so slow that they're kind of in front of me. And whenever you're in a really bad downpour of rain like that, you don't want somebody to be in front of you. One, obviously for an accident, but also they affect your visibility because there's ricocheting water back onto your car. So I went in, that was in the middle lane. I went over to the left lane just so I could be out of his way, but I wasn't gonna stay there. I swear, I literally was just going over so that I could eventually cross back into the middle lane. I was in the left lane no more than 2 minutes. I look up, everything's fine and dandy. I look to the screen where my GPS is telling me where I'm going, check. I look up again, the car is flying on its own. The car starts to hydroplane, but instead of just doing zzz and getting traction, it never gained back traction. So I am on the highway in torrential downpour rain, no control over my car, and the barrier to the highway is coming up quick, and I literally cannot do anything. I'm literally looking at myself about to crash, and all I could do is be like, God, just please don't make the car flip. That was my only thought. I wasn't going extremely fast, so I wasn't like, damn, oh my God, I'm gonna die, you know what I mean? But I'm also the type of person, in situations of high stress, the more stressful, the quieter I am. Like, I'm not the type of person that, like, you know, if we in a bad situation, I'm not, like, babe, if this how I gotta go, let it be in peace. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at myself about to crash, and now because the wheels have no traction, I'm turning and trying to, like, you know, swivel, but it's not doing much. And now the car itself is turning sideways. Like, it's kind of like turning sideways instead of being straight in the lane. I cannot see if there's any cars around me. There is so much rain and my car is tripping, so I can't see. And I'm just hoping to God I don't hit somebody else. And I hope to God the car doesn't flip. I'm holding the wheel and I'm like, yo, I'm about to hit the barrier. Here's hoping. I hit the barrier and the car just goes up in smoke. I was like, oh, T, right? The car goes up in smoke, and I obviously got like a little whiplash. Like, I just, you know, like bumped forward. But thank God, literally, I was perfectly fine. Like, I didn't hit anything. But the thing that did have me like crazy universe stuff, I had just bought 2 bracelets the day before. I had bought, I think it was a citrine bracelet, and I had also bought a different type of crystal. I had just went to a crystal shop a couple of days before, and I had bought 2 bracelets. Would you believe the only thing on me that got affected, both of those bracelets popped in, like, and completely dispersed around the car. Nothing on me was hurt, nothing on me was distressed, scraped up, nothing. Just those 2 bracelets completely broke immediately. And I was like, damn, maybe that's a symbol of something, you know, like maybe it was like protecting me, I don't know, whatever. My car goes up in smokes, and now I'm sitting there a little bit in shock because I'm like, okay, I'm alive, didn't die, everything's fine. Now, this is what nobody tells you when you get into a car accident. The airbags deployed from my steering wheel, and then the airbags deployed all alongside the left side of the vehicle, because I had hit the entire like left side bumper and also the door of my car. And now I was pretty chill at this moment, and my boyfriend had told me about the SOS button in the car, so I was getting ready to press it. But as soon as the airbags deployed, I started smelling a strong scent of like gas, smoke, just something that was not, like, you could tell this is not something that you should be inhaling.
Hold up.
wait a minute, something ain't right.
And my first thought was, yo, bro, I don't want the car to explode. So this whole time I was chilling and I wasn't like really, really scared or anxious. The moment I smelt that and I thought that the car would explode, that's when I got really anxious. And that's when I'm like, yo, I gotta get out this car. Because again, I didn't know that when airbags deploy, it also releases a scent, because an airbag is a mini explosive. So that what you're smelling is just the aftermath of the explosive. It's perfectly fine. But I didn't know that. So I'm like, yo, I gotta get out this car. Why I turned to try to get out the driver's side door jam. God, now I'm panicking for real. Because if it's one thing about me, I don't like to feel trapped nowhere. Why the door was jammed? The door was jammed, was not opening. It literally only opened a crack. Now I'm screaming. Ah! Now I'm screaming. Get me out of here, right? I'm pushing. I finally like give enough force to get out. It is still raining so hard. Also, by the way, I got out of the car because I was finally able, once the car had hit and ricocheted off of the beam on the highway, like I hit one of the rails, my car hit it and then ricocheted a bit this way. And once it was in that like slow down process, I put the car in park really quick just to stop it from moving. So I get out the car, pouring down rain. First thing I do is call my boyfriend. And my boyfriend, he works at a hotel and like he's at the front desk. So he isn't usually on his phone too much, and I don't ever really call him when he's at work. I always text him and he'll text back. So like he know if I'm calling, it's something serious. I call him and he answers first ring, and you know me, dramatic. Babe, I got into a car accident. And he was just like, oh my goodness, are you okay? Mind you, I'm 2 hours away from where we live. And I'm 2 hours away from where I'm supposed to be. Like literally worst case scenario, bro. He calms me down on the phone and he's like, get back in the car. And I'm like, girl, you're tripping. I'm not getting in that car before I die. And he's like, I promise it's fine. It's safe. You'll be all right. Just get in the car. I'm literally drenched. Wig is on loose. Makeup is on melted. Body is on stress, you know what I mean? And I get back in the car because I'm like, look, let me just believe him. Press the SOS button. I'm talking to the people. So Nissan says they're gonna send out a tow truck for me. I say, okay, cool. I'm just chilling in the car waiting. But I had to get in on the passenger side because I told you the driver's side was jammed and I was scared of being stuck in there, and none of the airbags had deployed on the right side of the car. So I was chilling in there. Then the police pull up behind me. I'm like, okay. And now, again, I'm from New York. And if you're from New York or any major city, genuinely to God, no joke, no laughing matter, I genuinely have like police trauma. Like, not to say that, you know, the police have battered me personally, but just all of my experiences with the police in New York, they do not help any situation, and like they just really make me really anxious. Anytime I see a police car when I'm driving, like I just get anxious. So when the police pulled up behind me, I was like, God, I hope this goes normal. But they were really nice and really helpful. And as soon as they came up to the window, they were like, you hydroplaned? And I was like, yeah, because mad people that day literally got into accidents because that rain was something devious, bro. Like, even my best friend called me because she got into an accident that same day. And that's the thing, we be talking about that. My best friend, her name is Alasia, right? Our lives be in sync, bro. Like in sync. Like, oh my God, her man pissing her off, my man pissing me off. She broke up with him, I broke up with him. Like it's always like that. And so it's like for me to literally get into an accident and her get into an accident the same day, T, right? Bro. Me too. So the police are really nice and they're like, okay, let me just get some of your information so we can like get you a thing out here, because apparently when you're on the side of the highway, they're not gonna wait for somebody to come get you. They have to get you off of the highway immediately. So they were also getting a tow truck for me. It's called an emergency tow or a forceful tow or or something, right? And now I'm confused because I just told you Nissan said they sent one for me. Now it's two coming for me, whatever. But the police officer don't care that Nissan is coming for me. He's like, we got to get you off as soon as we can. So now I'm sitting in my car waiting, and the police officer's tow truck comes first. And this man, you know when you like unlock a different character of person? Like, you know how like in cartoons they got like different archetypes of people? I have never run across this type of man. The man that was the tow truck man. He was almost like Eugene or Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like, he was an old man. I did not really understand his accent. He was a little fun and kooky, and he was just like blowing me because he kept saying that Nissan wasn't coming for me. And I'm like, why do you keep saying that? Like, he was like, Nissan's not coming for you. I'm here for you. And I'm like, what the? And mind you, I'm in the front of his tow truck. It smelled like straight gasoline in here. Whatever. I tell Nissan, oh, I'm going to this towing place. And apparently all the tow truck guys in the area know each other. So the Nissan tow truck guy and the police tow truck guy, they knew each other. He was like, oh, it's Greg. No, yeah, we'll meet you over here.
Donnell, that's you.
Bro. So then we finally meet up. They take my car from the police tow man and they take it to a nearby Nissan. This nearby Nissan is still 2 hours away from where I live and 2 hours away from where I was going. Super inconvenient because when they tow your car, they're towing it to the nearest place that they can, obviously, because if they tow it to wherever you want, that's gonna cost you bread, right? I'm literally looking at my car from the window and I'm hurt. Like, I'm telling you, even inanimate objects, when you build a relationship with them, you literally, like, it's your child. Like, I literally felt so bad that I had to leave my car in that random parking lot. I was so sad when I looked back and her whole front lip was crunched up. Like, it was actually sad. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, and I felt so bad even thinking about getting a new car because I'm like, how could I leave her like this? Like, devastating. They bring my car to a nearby Nissan, whatever. And then now this is a hassle with insurance. Let me tell you something. Don't total your car. It's annoying as heck. It's annoying as heck. So now I'm dealing with my insurance, which is Progressive, and they're like, okay, you have to make your way with no car 2 hours away once again. Oh, and I had to take an $100 Uber just to get back home. You have to find your way 2 hours away to that Nissan that your car was towed to and clear out everything from your vehicle, right? And now this was like 2 or 3 days later, so now I gotta get a rental. And now this whole time, since I still don't have a new car right now, just because I'm still waiting for insurance to like clear up and stuff. I literally have had 7 different rentals in that time, and it's exhausting. Like, don't nobody want to be in no random car. And it's like, every time you get into a car, you got to get used to it. Like, every car drive different, you know what I mean? Anyways, so I had to clear out my whole car, and I had to kiss her goodbye. Like, it was actually sad. And then, like, I even thought to myself, I'm like, damn, maybe I should just get the same car again. But, like, I can't replace her like that, you know what I mean? Whatever. But yeah, that was the story time of how I hydroplaned on the highway, totaled my car, and you know. But I do have to thank God for all of my privileges and things like that, because that experience is only like a laughable, chill memory to me, because I was lucky enough that my car was totally insured. Like, I didn't have to worry about having that like loan hanging over me, or you know, even wondering how I was gonna pay for the tow truck. Like, thank God I had the money and like the resources or whatever. Thank God. But yes, guys, period. So I don't know what car I'm gonna get next, but automatically it has to be a sexy color. Like, I don't want black, I don't want gray, I don't want white. I need her to be unique in some way. But yeah, guys, bye Hershey girls. 'Cause I ain't got no time for all these stupid